Your tithe is not for the poor. Your tithe is just for the church. While it is written in the New Testament that believers bring what they have, and then the apostles share it among the needy in the church. So everybody has everything. Some people even sell their land, bring the money. The apostles share everything. But then there is no commandment in the New Testament that Christians should pay tithe. So tithe is an Old Testament thing. So let me just play this, and I want to hear what you think about what he said. I've not heard any pastor ever say such a thing, and this is not the only super cool thing that T.B. Joshua is saying. You understand? So, and I'm sure he's not saying this because of that he frees tithe. This is one of his messages. Well, he could be saying it so that people will see him as a good person. Me, I like to see things from both sides. He could be this guy that always wants to be seen as a good person. Yes, he always does that. He'll bring some widows, like 5-10 widows, and give them a total of 50,000 naira each, two bags of rice, and they'll video everything, put background music, put all those things, and then put it on the channel so everybody will see that he's giving. He does all those things. But man, if we just look at this message the way it is without judging the person passing the message, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. He says, if you bring your tithe to me, it might tempt me. If you have somebody close that you can give the tithe to help their life, share it. If you have other believers around you that need the money, share it to them. Don't bring it to us. So let me play it so you'll see.
You are paying your tithes. Because when you bring your tithes here to the church, and if you pay it yourself, you are helping not to pay. It's better you help us to pay than bring it here for us to pay. It's a burden. Why is it a burden? We may likely not pay the full tithe you give us. In one way or the other, it becomes a sin to us. But if you do it, you are helping our nation. If you do it, you are helping us. It can be a temptation to us. We can be tempted in one way or the other. Maybe probably we are not delivered that tithe to the right.
Okay, so that's it. So he basically said, give the needy your tithes. Don't bring it to us. If you bring it to us, we might not be able to give it all out. It becomes a temptation and a sin to us. So if you use your tithes to help the poor people around you, you are helping our ministry. How many pastors can stand boldly to say, don't bring money to the church, give it to the needy? This is the first pastor that I'm ever saying that. And this is the true message of giving in the Bible that Jesus was preaching. Say, give to the poor. Give to people around you. Say, whatever you do to the people around you, that you do unto me. But some pastors have now converted it to that you must bring something to the church. Even if your child is starving, your junior brother is suffering, or your junior sister, your mom, everything, you still have to cut 10% of your salary. Instead of helping them with it, you still go and give it to pastor, because you're trying to secure your future or your financial future or whatever. I've seen arguments on social media, people saying that if you have tithes to pay and you saw someone suffering, would you, maybe your junior brother needed the money, would you give it to him, or would you go and pay the tithe? This is crazy. It's not even supposed to be a point of argument. Jesus said that whatever you do, that on the last day, he's going to say that, how did they even put it? That people are going to ask him, Lord, when did we see you clothless and we didn't clothe you? When did we see you sick and we didn't look after you? When did we see you poor and we didn't help you? You understand? And he's going to tell them, whatever you do to the least of your brothers, that you do unto me. So the way to give Jesus, see, Jesus is not physically here with us. If he was here before, he can now go and pour oil on his feet and do stuff like that, like Mary Magdalene did. So he said, the way you can give to me is to give to your brothers, your sisters, the poor, the destitute, the needy around you. That's how we should give to them. That's the way you give to me. So now, but some people have converted it that you have to go and take it to church. Yes, I'm not against taking money to church because somehow church has to survive. But cutting your 10% of your salary all the time and not helping people with it. Some people have neighbors that are, see, if you're looking through your street, you might see a bookie men. They are suffering. You see all those beggars are not people, in fact, the poorest people in the society are not the beggars. They are not the people sitting on the streets. The poorest people in the society are those people that are so poor, but they still have dignity. So they can't go and beg. So maybe they are selling corn, They try to sell this ewa, They try to sell foodstuff or tiny little things. They can't beg. But if you calculate the profit they are making, if you just ask them, just stop any of them, all those people selling pure and stuff, ask them how much profit do you make in a day? Some of them, profit might even be 100 naira. All those crying of corn, everything, at the end, 100 naira, 150 naira. Hit loss equal to hit gain. As if the whole effort didn't even amount to anything. They don't even pay themselves. They are just trying to make enough money to even eat for the day. Such a person, if you just why buying corn? Why don't you tip them? I can't boast here, but I know that I've helped a lot of people like that. I buy corn of 100 naira. I give the woman 5,000. Inside my mind, I said, this is the money I'm supposed to give out to somebody that is in needy for the month. Just take 5,000. If you see the kind of happiness that normally come out of these people, 5,000, their eyes will just pop out like this because man, they are suffering. There was a day I went to buy something. I went to buy foodstuff. I was so broke. I was so damn broke. So all I had with me was 1,000 naira, and I was hoping the next time I'm getting money was ending of the week. I had 1,000 around on Sunday evening. So I went to a place to buy food stuff. So immediately I told the woman to get me the food. Her daughter just jumped up and started shouting. Yeah, she was so happy. The small daughter was around, let's say 10, 12 years. She ran inside and went and called the mom that somebody wants to buy something. I was surprised. Why is she this happy? When the woman came out with her daughter, all of them, if you see how brightened up their faces were, I was like, why? What is causing all this joy? The woman told me that they have not eaten since morning. I think what I wanted to, I've forgotten exactly what I wanted to buy. I can't remember exactly what I wanted to buy. She said they have not eaten since morning, and they have not had any customer. The shop has been open, so their flat has broke. They are at the end of their lives, and if they don't eat that day, they'll probably stay hungry till the next day. So they are waiting for the first person to bring the smallest money. And what I wanted to buy was around 200 naira. So I was like, wow, okay, well, this is my opportunity to do something. And the 1,000 that I was supposed to manage for the rest of the week, I asked them, so if I give them the 200 naira now, they use it and buy food and eat. I'm not sure it's food I wanted to buy that day. I can't remember exactly. So if I give them this 200 naira, they use it and buy food and eat, what would they eat tomorrow? She told me that they were planning to lock the shop and travel to their town, that their people will have food to take care of them for some time, But they didn't have that transport fare. I asked her, how much is the transport fare? She said the transport fare is 200. And it was already in the evening like this, so they can't move that day. So I said, okay, I'm going to give you this 200, which is, I'm going to buy what I want to buy. You take this 200, probably buy food with it, but I'm going to give you an extra 400, so that two of you will travel with it. So I cut the money I had and gave them. Only God knows how I survived that week. Somehow I starved. I even fasted for a full day. I didn't eat for a full day until that Friday when I now received money. But man, every time, even if I die today, I remember that day. I'm happy that I helped somebody with something that I have. I don't know if you understand. So this is the kind of thing that I believe, personally I believe that is giving. And if you read the Bible, you see that this is the kind of giving that Jesus was preaching. But some people take that word giving and plug it into give us money. Give our church money. That is giving. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about what TB just said? That you don't bring your tithes to him if you have people around you that need anything, that you should give them freely. Freely. So what do you guys think? I want to know what your opinion is and compare it to what some other pastors are saying. That you should not take your tithe to any church, or in fact, don't take your tithe to any other church. Not even to talk about any other person. Don't give your tithe to any other person. That you must bring your tithe to their own church. So let's hear. I want to hear your opinion. If you don't agree with what I said, you can counter it. I like people that counter things constructively. But if you insult me, I fire back. You know, that's how I do. If you are following any of my videos, if you fire me, I fire back. So, but I prefer people that counter things constructively. You know, you can still make all your points without throwing insults. You can disagree 100% without calling names. You know. So I want to hear your opinion. If you have not subscribed up to this moment, please, what are you doing? What are you doing? Click on the red subscribe button below this video, and I want to hear your opinion about what TB Joshua said about tithe. And do you know any other pastor that has ever preached this message in Nigeria? I want to know, have you ever heard any other pastor preach this message? That you don't bring the money to us. Take it to the poor or everybody around you that needs the money. So let me hear your opinion. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the comments.